Can you hear that? This is what crypto investing should be all about. Calm, serene, and zen. Good morning, my fellow Zenites. Did you check your PZEN wallet balance this morning with your coffee? Well, crypto armageddon, the news just seems to be getting worse and worse as we predicted at the start of the week. So let's just bring up some numbers that have come out of the ether this week. This month alone, in November, there's been more layoffs in the tech industry than the whole of 2001. We have bankruptcies, FTX, now BlockFi, now Genesis Trading are all on the brink or have filed already for bankruptcy. US credit card debt is now at 930 billion US dollars. Wells Fargo reported last week that their mortgage business has dropped off a cliff. They're down 90% year on year for mortgage business. Some 37% of all small businesses surveyed in the United States say they can no longer afford to pay rent. This is shocking news. And, it just keeps getting worse and worse. A report came out this morning that FTX were not legally able to file for bankruptcy in the United States. Obviously, it would be very advantageous for them to be able to do that. So a lawyer in the Bahamas this morning has come out and said, these guys can't file for bankruptcy in the United States. We have the ultimate jurisdiction, throwing everything wide open again. So what can we do to protect ourselves in this very uncertain, centralized finance world? Even Vitalik Buterin weighed in this morning with a tweet coming out in support of centralization. And what he actually said this morning is that DeFi is not without its worries. And he's quite right. The ultimate thing about decentralized finance is the code. You have, and in Vitalik's words, he said you have to keep the code simple and you have to have the code audited. And he went on then to cite an example where he was suggesting that the code for ZK rollups may possibly have a flaw which could drain billions of dollars out of the crypto world going into the future. It's just mind-boggling. The whole thing is leaving a very bad taste in everyone's mouth, and everybody, I think, is running scared at the moment. So, a calming voice this morning from me to explain where we are with PZEN. You see, PZEN is very simple code. It is designed to do one thing and one thing only, and that is to harness the power of the eighth wonder of the world, compounding interest. And it does that on steroids. I'll just very briefly go through the concept again. You hold PZEN in your own wallet. Self-custody. That is the key parameter of DeFi. You are the one that took the action. You are the one that's in control of your own finances. This is what self-custody is all about. You own the keys to your own wallet. Now, having taken that leap of faith, none of this is financial advice, of course. We're just explaining the concept of math. When you actually hold PZEN in your wallet, the system knows how much you hold. It knows what percentage of the market share that you have. And so for every transaction in PZEN, a buy, a sell, or transferring from wallet to wallet, incurs a 2% deduction, the pay it forward system. Look, we are living in a very rotten economic system worldwide, not just here in the United States or in the United Kingdom. And it is designed to keep the wealthy wealthy and the poor poor. Because there really isn't any scarcity of wealth. I can tell you, there is no scarcity of wealth. What it needs is a better redistribution system. And this is what PulseZen is all about. So you hold it in your wallet. Let's just say, for example, you have 1,000,000 PZEN, transaction goes through, you end up with, say, 250 PZEN extra in your wallet. So that means then that your percentage of the total supply went from 1 billion to 1,250,000. So it means on the very next transaction, you now own more of the total supply, so you get even more of that 2% pool that gets distributed to all PulseZen holders equitably. But there's more, as they say, because for every transaction we have the burn function. And the burn function kicks in, and it takes a percentage of the transaction and throws it away. It destroys the coins, making PulseZen a deflationary token, which means that with the same demand over time, the price can only go up because there's less of the coins going to be available as time goes on. Now, does that mean that we run out of coins? Well, it's going to take a lifetime of lifetimes before that would ever possibly happen. Somebody remarked to me the other day during a conversation, well, won't you just simply run out of coins? Well, no. Is the sun going to die? Yes, it will, but it'll be a very long time. So the analogy is the same. It is beyond our lifetimes to imagine that the small percentage burn that we have can get rid of all the coins. And of course, that's not actually mathematically possible. So there we have it. PulseZen is a calming element in its whole madness that is the cryptocurrency world at the moment. It's very simple code. It's fully audited. It's 100% immutable, meaning it can never be changed. There's nobody in control. There's no company involved here. It's just out there. It's code. This is the ultimate promise of what decentralized finance was all about. We are building the new economy. And yes, even the new monetary theory that is gripping the fiat world has gone terribly wrong. Things will go wrong in any new system. And of course, we're going to have bumps along the way, just as we are doing now in the crypto world. I mean, with the collapse of FTX, BlockFi, and Genesis, and more to come, it's a major blow to the confidence in cryptocurrencies. So it's now more than ever, you have to do your own research and realize where is the way out. It's your choice. It's your research. You have to take the action. So where does that leave everybody? It would be very easy to fall into the trap of major conspiracy theory. The amount of disinformation that seemed to be thrown out there en masse in all social media platforms, all of the FUD, all of the real things that are happening in centralized finance, it is, very hard not to imagine that there might be a concerted effort in order to destroy cryptocurrency. But the great thing is the truth will out. You cannot, nobody can stop DeFi. The blockchain is immutable. It cannot be changed. This will all blow over. And we will end up with a much smarter, a much better system overall for everyone involved in cryptocurrency. For those of you who are losing faith, I don't blame you. But the thing is, we are a very nascent industry and it cannot be stopped. It cannot be controlled by the governments, however hard they try. So the way forward is calm, be zen. Don't let your dinosaur or emotional brain take control. make sure that you engage your logic brain. And we will move forward together into this amazing new economy that everybody is creating. And we will improve everybody's financial future going forward. Of that, I have absolutely no doubt. I'm Conrad PZEN, former Bitcoin Foundation member, a 14-year veteran of cryptocurrency, and being of a certain age, I've seen it all before. And I can tell you that this is a cycle economically, and we will get through it. Yes, things might be tough for the next year, maybe even two, but we'll come out of it, just like we always have. And so all you have to do is batten down the hatches, make sure that you do your own research, and really think about where you want to store your wealth, and, if possible, grow your wealth over the next 2 years. And then when we come out of it, the exponential growth in all cryptocurrencies is going to be phenomenal, because there will be more regulation. And it's not all a bad thing, as Vitalik Buterin pointed out this morning. We need a certain amount of regulation because, one of the reasons that people don't look at cryptocurrency, and I'm talking about no coiners, is that they feel it's extremely unsafe. And of course, the events of the past few weeks have made it doubly so. But eventually, as time goes on, people will begin to understand, actually, this is no more risky than everything that's available to us in the fiat world. I mean, look, if everybody tried to withdraw their money from, say, HSBC, the bank would go bankrupt. They don't hold those deposits in their accounts. It's all in the ether. So the fact that we have bank-run scenarios going on in centralized exchanges, it's exactly the same as in the real fiat world. We're in a new economy. You're joining it. We're building it together. It cannot be stopped. It is immutable. And we have a fantastic, bright future going forward. So I'll say Slanjivar. Just say hello to a few people who have joined me at this, again, ungodly hour. Do we have any questions? Okay. Tin top of the morning to you, sir. What's up, Zenites? Crypto trucker. Good morning to you, sir. Are you actually a trucker? Are you driving your truck? Are you watching as you're driving around the country? Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, watch out for the live broadcast tomorrow. I may do a short broadcast again this afternoon, as I believe that there's going to be some major developments this morning coming out of the US, which might need to be talked about, but we'll see. Anyway, bye for now. Thank you so much for watching.